Okay, welcome to day 5 of the Daily Warrior Ritual Challenge. How's it going? Hopefully, it's it's you're utilizing being playful and not stressing yourself out that it's not happening exactly the way you thought. Um, okay, so as we all know, if you watch day 4, this is all about implementing still. Uh, Let's okay. So it's all about continue implementing your your plan and just fine tuning. So what worked yesterday? And you do more of that and you eliminate what didn't work and be okay with that. Like make sure that you're okay with that. I would definitely suggest if you're prone to being emotionally attached to something just because of whatever is going on, um, try not to attach yourself if that's possible. If it's not, there's ways you could go about not being so attached to what it is that you're doing, like the outcomes, like practicing detachment. There's lots of videos on YouTube about detaching yourself from an outcome, from things like that. I know that yes, it means something to you. The this means something to you. However, being detached and not letting our energy be used in this way will be the best that you could do for yourself and not overextend yourself or tire yourself. So if you're prone to feeling tired or not tired, but feeling overly emotional during this challenge at all, I would implore you to just stop for a moment and to maybe even stop for a little bit with this challenge if that's you and just explore why you're attached. What is the deeper root of your attachment to this? And get to the root of it and start nurturing that side of you, that part of you, and just really get an understanding of what happened to yourself. So, um, so it's more about implementing and don't underestimate the small tasks that you are being given for this challenge because those small tasks are just like a Lego block. And if you've ever seen people that really are into Legos, they could really, you know, build them out until they are creating something. It could wind up creating a castle. So each task, view them as a Lego block, and each task will slowly build into something that you truly want. So Lego block yourself and create your routine and the task at hand and make them so bite sized that even a 5-year old could do it. And nothing wrong with doing something a 5-year old could do, especially if it's just something that is as easy as, I would say, drawing. Maybe your routine is to get in touch with your inner child. Take 15 to 20, 30 minutes a day, maybe, of coloring, maybe doodling. There's lots of videos on doodling. Like, this is really all about interacting and creating something that's meaningful to you. Like, whatever it means to you, it's yours. And this is not a place of judging any of that ever. And even if you put that in the comments, like, I use this for drawing, I use this for playing video games for 15 to 20, 30 minutes a day. Even I know some people with video games, they could do that for hours. So if you limit yourself to 30 minutes a day, like, good for you. Good for you. Some people, it's not easy to restrain. They're not that equipped to restrain themselves and to not fall into that the addiction of playing the video games. So, um, and this is just to reiterate some things that I've said yesterday about being consistent about what it is that you're doing, even the task, and just again every day be sure um to document your progress, document what's working and what's not working. And I found this I found this article. Oh, yeah, it's a blog post on LinkedIn. And I wanted to go over that. I know I normally don't go away from what I'm sharing as far as the thumbnail, but I'm going to show you a blog post to share with you some tips. And yes, this is for so the blog post is about ritualized questions for effective leaders. So anybody, if you just put in ritual questions or like how to go about rituals or what's the effective way for rich for rituals for rituals, um, you can find this yourself. So here we go. Yeah, I'm on my LinkedIn account, but I don't necessarily want to read all of this. So if you want to, this is on LinkedIn. This is the title, and it's very informative. I don't know who this man is, but I just typed it in and I was like, let me just look into it. And this isn't just only for leaders, but it could be for leaders. If you're a leader, this is something that could be very helpful for you. But this is what caught my attention is these four questions right here. Here are four ritual questions I have found most useful for leaders to ask themselves. What encounter did I handle particularly well today and why? What encounter do I believe the person in the exchange thinks I handled well and why? What encounter did I handle poorly today and why? What encounter do I believe the person in the exchange thinks I handled purpose poorly and why? And here's why he formed these questions. It says it right here. It says, by exploring both positive and negative experiences from multiple perspectives, you develop a more nuanced, nuanced and dimensional understanding for your strengths, weaknesses, motivations, and fears. Such exploration will help you navigate the constant pull between being who you are as a leader and who others need you to be. Even if you're not a leader at even if it's not at your job, you're a leader in your life. You lead your life, I would hope. So you can utilize these questions for yourself. Like this doesn't necessarily have to be just for leaders. Don't limit this just because it says this is for effective leaders. This is very helpful for anybody that's willing to put the time in to take charge of their lives. So let this be something that you utilize and put into more of what it is that you use for your daily progress. Add on to the questions that I've mentioned, I believe in day 2, or I forgot what day that I've mentioned this, but refer back to it and add more of these questions. This is why I said, please be sure to watch each day, even if it is about implementation. there's going to be variations of differences for each day. So just be sure to tune in, and you could gain some more insights and tips on what it is that you could utilize. And if it works for you, you put it. If this isn't something that really aligns with what you're doing, don't use it. But it could be something that you could have in your toolkit for later on, if this is something that could be helpful in a different ritual for you. Rituals, you could ritualize everything and anything in your life. So certain things will work for certain rituals, but certain things won't. So keep that in mind. Keep this for yourself for reference. Even look this up for yourself on look it up online. It's on there. It's on LinkedIn. If you're a part of LinkedIn, you don't have to be a part of LinkedIn for this. This is a blog post from LinkedIn. You could post blogs on LinkedIn. It's entirely up to you. But anyway, I thought this was a really good find for people that may be utilizing this in terms of being a business owner or someone that's a contractor, or like, this is really for anybody. So I don't want this to be limited just for certain people. This is really for anybody that needs to have some type of consistency in their lives. So um hopefully this was helpful. um Hopefully it helped you get some ideas. Again, this is day 5 of the daily ritual challenge, the daily warrior ritual challenge. It's definitely still a mouthful to say very fast, but um, stay consistent. You got it. Take some deep breaths. Like I've always say in certain videos, put your hand on your heart, take deep breaths. You got it. You don't have to prove yourself to anybody other than for yourself. So don't rush yourself. Don't force yourself. Just take your time. You got it. Um, and if you have any questions, leave it in the comments. Uh, no question is a dumb question. And if there's any picking on anybody that's being rude, disrespectful, uh, there will be consequences for that. I'm not going to allow anybody to degrade or lower the integrity of this channel. This is for growing, to being able to learn about ourselves, to start creating little tasks that we genuinely enjoy or don't enjoy, but we could start making it more fun. So I hope this was helpful. Learn thyself, love thyself, and I'll speak to you all on day 6. Take care.